Okay, so for Aravenda software, basically ours is a full-blown consignment software, but one of the features we're implementing is Clover. And so the way we would do that is basically we would control the inventory. So if we're going to go ahead and create inventory, we'll add the inventory here. We already have categories structured that will sync with, Clover, but what we'll do is we'll create some batches for this particular consigner, and that in that particular batch we'll actually create some items. Okay, so all we do in our system is we create the item. We usually have pretty good detail, so for this particular case we're going to go ahead and call this item 7, since I've already done a number of items. And we're not going to get crazy with it. We're going to just go ahead and put in the basic information, right? And we'll put a price. And we'll go ahead and we'll choose a category. So these categories basically sync up. So we have a hierarchy. This is the category we're going to use for this particular one. And what you'll see is when you go down here, we also have what's considered variants. So we can do different types of variants, the size and color, which we also have enabled with your software, or with the Clover software. So I'm going to call this a size 10, and we'll go ahead and put it as a blue item. All right, whoops, I'm going to type here. And we'll go ahead and say that there's 10 quantity initially for this particular one, okay? When we do this, we'll go ahead and add this variant. So if we had a number of variants, they'd show up here. So we'd have different variants. We'd have a blue one, a black one, different sizes, etc. We've enabled the Clover POS. We can also push to online. And then we have a special settings to say that things are taxable, etc. So we can create this item, and then I'll create one more, but I'm going to show you on the Clover device once it created that item. And this particular item again is considered the Clover item 7, as you see here. Okay, before I hit create here, I'm going to go over here, and you'll see it's already synced up over on this particular one. So you see under women's tops, Clover item is showing up now. And so if I hit the women's tops, you'll see it, Clover item 7 at the bottom. So you see that that's the one I just created, and it's got 10 quantity, right? So that's perfect. And I'm going to create another one, a sneakers one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on Aravenda again. And we'll go ahead and put in Clover item 7. We'll call it Clover item 6 or 8, I mean, this time. If I could actually think. And so we'll call it Clover item 8. We could put in the description, etc., but all we care about is getting the main item in here at this time. So I'm going to make this $60. And this time we're going to do, we're going to choose the shoes and the sneaker. And then we're going to go ahead and call this brand new. And we'll call it a size, and we'll call it a size 9. This could be anything for our side, right? We'll call this 5, okay? So once that's added, we'll create the item. And then we're done creating the items. And what you'll see is, again, once this one creates, we'll go ahead and cancel. So we're done with that batch. If I go back over here and go back to the categories, you'll see there is the sneakers one there, right? And there it is, Clover item 8, right? Quantity 5, okay? So now in our system, the last 2 items that were created are in our items view here. You'll see these items at the top, Clover items 7 and 8. Just like I said, the quantities are 5 and 10, right? So I'm going to go back over here. Now we're going to go ahead and do a cart. We'll do a cart with 2 particular items, right? So with both of those items, we'll add to the cart. So we had the women's tops, and we're going to go ahead and use Clover item 7. So that's added to the cart. You see that. And then we're going to go to the sneakers, and we're going to add the Clover item 8. So those are both in the cart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pay for these. And we're going to use a manual credit card entry, because I'm not hooked up with the other card yet. Okay. So you can see it's processing. So the order should have gone through. Okay. And I'll sign off on it. See it's done. Okay. So now if we go back to those items, we should see that the Clover item went down by 1. You see it used to be 5, now it's 4 for the sneaker. And if I go back to the other one, women's tops, Clover item 8, right? 7, sorry. And you'll see, whoops, actually I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back to inventory. I'm just looking in the wrong spot. So women's tops, Clover item 8, and you see it's 9. Okay. If I go over here and refresh on our side, I should see those orders have come through. So I'm going to first look for the orders. And you'll see that our orders have come through with Clover items 7 and 8. And you see the prices are discounted for the consignment. That's how that works. And then basically, I'll go back to those items and I should see the quantity has reduced as well. And so there it is. It's gone down by 1 and down by 1 here. Okay. So you can see that's all webhook API integrated. Works pretty seamlessly overall. And hopefully this gives you enough information to kind of do more testing as well. Thank you.